Welcome back, everyone. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's Monday, May 25th, 2026, and I'm finally back to continue my journey to 2300 ELO. A bit of a rough patch recently. I've still been playing every day. The last game I played, I mouse slipped and blundered my queen in one move, so I'm at 2010 ELO. But we're gonna be trying to win and get that ELO up to hopefully like 2017, playing a 1950 d4. So I'm gonna play knight f6 and hope to get into a King's Indian defense. Yeah, that's what I've been studying this morning. There's this GM, Alec Mati. I think that's his name. I just discovered him a couple days ago, but his videos are great because they pack a lot of opening theory and opening variations into one video. So I highly recommend you guys check this guy out. So g6, that's how I'm going to respond. So yeah, last time, on my last video, I think d6 here. Let's put my microphone. I still have the crappy mic, but after this video, I'm going to order a different microphone on Amazon. I thought Israel was responsible for the war in Iran, but in the following 2 months, I've had time to do research. And in my research, I've realized that Israel is basically powerless militarily or politically without the unfragmented support of America. They go hand in hand, so it's actually in America's best interest to go to war with Iran to maintain their global hegemony. And they want to wreck Iran to contain China from growing and surpassing America as the most powerful country on earth. What should I do here? Let's go here. If he wants to take my knight, then I'll have this, a nice pawn formation like this. And I think we'll have a great position. Also that dark squared bishop, because there'll be some weak leg squares, or dark squares I mean, is an important piece for white, so it would not benefit. It would not be a good idea to trade it off. Theoretically speaking. We could also, I also don't mind trading it off in this position because this diagonal is pretty clogged up. Oh, let's go here and go for this. 3 defenders on the A4 square. So, if anyone's paying attention to the news, you might see that since April 15th, Trump has been working on a deal to put an end to the war. And Iran gave him plenty of chances, but every time at the last moment, he introduces new complications in order to prevent a deal from being made. That's because the goal is to have no end to this war, whether in Iran or Russia versus Ukraine. So it's very evil, it's very destabilizing. I used to go to America at least once a month, 1 month out of the year, every year. But now that because of this Iran war, before that happened, I would have lived in blissful ignorance, but I was forced to study geopolitics and learn about what America is trying to accomplish. And I'm repulsed by it. So I'm done with that country. I think I'll go to Korea or China or maybe even Iran next for my travels. Anyways, that's all I want to say for today. I've noticed no other chess player has any comments politically, and I wish more would speak out against what's happening. So this kingside attack, I guess I underestimated it slightly. I need to create an opening and immediately push this f-pawn, but I think we're worse now for sure. I'm not sure how exactly to take advantage or hold on. I don't really want to push this pawn anymore. So I don't know, I was watching that video this morning from that grandmaster, and no one played like this in any of the examples he gave. I'm going to try to undermine the center. I want to keep this kind of integrity intact. Okay. Let's see, what about going here? Here. Here. That doesn't really help me. I should just maintain that. I guess this pawn is loose. I could try to swing my queen over. Here, just here. Maybe could try to prepare f5 with queen e6. But this is all very precarious. Yeah, I'm quite happy to trade off his best piece for one of my worst pieces. Now we do have access to his king. How can I exploit here? Can I sack this knight? Let's say pawn takes. Pawn takes. Not quite just yet. But if I can get my knight here, or I want it here. on my knight on c4. What? Queen here, knight here, getting the e2, tempting not to take. But there's no follow-up after that. What about here? No. Here. So right now America's doing a controlled, whoa, hold on a sec, a controlled demolition of the planet's energy reserves and production and storage and distribution in order to wean off. They successfully weaned Europe off of Russia's cheap and plentiful energy. And their next target is to wean Asia off of the Middle East's cheap and plentiful energy in order to divert their divert the fuel purchases towards America. That's why America built an American pipeline in Alaska, which made no sense unless there was times of energy insecurity, and all of a sudden it makes sense. So this was all planned out as early as Obama's administration, and now the plan is being carried out. It's quite scary to witness. But yeah, personally, I haven't been making videos, but as soon as I cut out YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, going to bed at the same time, turning off electronics 2 hours before bed, I've been sleeping better, been working out more, and all of a sudden my motivation is magically back to start making videos again. And that's another goal of this channel, is to promote healthy lifestyles and maximum self-actualization. And somehow, despite all my chit-chat, White got a 3-minute lead in time, but that gap has been almost completely closed, just because this position isn't easy for anyone to play. I'm still very tempted by this move because it forks. So this move is almost forced. Then there's still no follow-up. What about, wait. Can I just push this pawn up? Maybe I can run the B pawn up the board. Yeah. I think I can blitz out these B pawn moves in almost no time at all. And there's not much, like, I don't see any but here, yeah, I have to go for it. So then I can even go here. Yeah, this is gonna be great, I think. If I take with this, I move the knight here to cover. Yeah, this way. Now we're almost ready to run the B pawn up the board. Or even here now, because that's a good move, defensively speaking. I think I want to go here. Could also also looking at this move to get this check in. There's options here. Queen b6. But yeah, I think what I'm doing is dopamine fasting, but I like to call it the prison mode, where I've had so much more time. Like, what about here? I think I'm just gonna blitz it out. Put time pressure on white because they seem to be, like, I was 2110, my highest rating, just a week ago, and then I completely melted down, completely, and donated back 150 ELO in the span of 2 days, which is, you have to be losing 6 hours a day straight just to do that, lose that much ELO. So, see, but now I've got this move here as an option, and I've got this pawn hanging, so, what? Okay, let's go here quickly. Now that, all the other pieces have been taken off the board, this probably is, hold on a second, try to go here. This probably helps me, not white. Then, let's say if takes, this comes with check. I want to run this pawn, still run the b pawn up. My middle game plan still applies in the end game. And with 80 seconds, white is starting to feel the time crunch. I want to go here again and here to win that pawn. I think the game should be easier. Okay, let's go here. Wait. Yeah, I like this move. Because it keeps an eye on this pawn. This bishop is actually well placed here. I think I have to go here. Dislodge the knight. That's a self-explanatory move. Anyways, my original thought about being 21 and now playing a 1950 is that I'm starting to notice that these people buckle under less pressure, say, than a 2050. So in this endgame, the pressure is ramping up. Let's improve the knight. It's my piece that's doing the least. Can I go here? Here? No, it's not a good idea. Let's cover this pawn. Let's start with this move here. I have an idea. Okay, let's actually blockade and double defend the c4 square so that this bishop can't just go here. And then I want to go here next, hitting the rook. And then I want to threaten promoting a queen. Oops. Okay, let's go here first. This is going to be a blitz, but I'm very confident that first we're going to win this bishop by forking the king and the bishop with my rook. Then we're going to try to go here or here, I'm not sure yet. Ooh. Wait, let's go here first? Yeah, I got some ideas. And how can I do this? Let's go here, 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 here. We're just going to try to flag him now. Just throwing random, meaningless checks. Here. here. Here just to throw in a random check and get the flag. Easy peasy. So yeah, he had good opening knowledge, fought strong in the middle game, but then the end game, his ELO rating rang true and just crumbled in a time scramble and lost material. Let's do a quick game review and call it a day. Okay, even accuracy. Both played like 1850s. I'll take it. Everybody was an 1850 at one point. I think it's because I messed up the opening. So apparently you want to immediately undermine the center. Let's say here, 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 here. That's bad for white because let's go back. Interesting. The engine doesn't even like h4, gives it an interesting move. Aha, I guess this kind of configuration makes more sense. I'm just blockading this pawn. But I kind of just want to maintain the integrity and undermine the center. Get rid of his best piece with my worst piece. So now, getting these 3-on-2 on the queen side is good for black. That gives up my entire advantage. I just completely don't know what I was thinking there. I knew I could have traded bishops, but I wanted to kind of keep my dark squared bishop and give white the chance to blunder. So that's why I went with bishop e3, and that was pretty much the game deciding factor. I guess, wow, I blundered here, a draw. And then there's just those inconsequential checks. I'm still winning, but it's much less clear after bishop c3. Anyways, thanks for watching, I'll be back soon.